Hey everybody, how's it going? Where do I start this thing off, It's been more than a month since my last video, and I feel pretty bad about that. I'm sure you can tell this is a new setup. That's because I've moved to New Jersey, temporarily at least, I think. We'll have to see if I stay in America or not. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a YouTuber. I always liked the idea of filming myself. I wanted to film myself with my friends and do skits and stuff like that. And my lifestyle's always been a little, let's say, sporadic. I'm usually moving around. I've never really held a job for more than 3 years because I just get tired of the same scenery, day in, day out. So I tend not to stick around in one place for more than a certain period of time. I've lived all over the place. I've lived in the States before, I've lived in different parts of Canada. But we're not really here to talk about that. I wanted to become a YouTuber for a long time now, but again, because of my situation, I'm moving around. The scenery's always changing. I'm always busy trying to find a new job. When I find a new job, they usually want you to get locked in there for a couple months to make sure you're good at it or whatnot. One of the big reasons that I've never really held a job in one place for very long is because I'm always gone in the summertime. For the last few years, I've been coming to New Jersey every summer to do a job out here that my father used to do. When he retired, I just kind of took over. Call it a family legacy. But for the last few years, I've been constantly returning to New Jersey to do a job out here. And that is that I am an open water rescue beach patroller. I'm an ocean lifeguard for short. I've been doing this for a few years now, and that's kind of always messed up the stability of where I've lived. I remember my first year when I came out to do this, I quit my job and I gave up my apartment where I used to live to come out here and do this. And I was sure that I was gonna move again after the end of the summer. I ended up staying here well into October. I think I stayed until November, but that's not important. So that's one of the main reasons that I've never really started a YouTube channel prior to what you started to see at the end of December, beginning of January, when I started to take off with my my YouTube channel. I thought that was gonna be a good place to work out of and start a studio and make videos and stuff like that. But towards the summer, it became very clear that they were short on guards again. And to be honest, I really love what I do. This has been an amazing job for me. Not only do I get a sweet tan and I get really fit, I'm sure if you remember me back in a few videos ago, like in the wintertime, I kind of had a bit of a chubbier face. But this place really gets you into shape, and you really have to stay focused out there, and it's almost encouraged to work out daily. Actually, it is encouraged to work out daily. That's part of the program here. But that aside, it does become difficult to continue to do YouTube channel. I've been working 7 days a week for the last month, straight. Just to give you an idea of where I've been. I didn't die, I didn't fall off the surface of the earth or anything like that. I'm still active. It's just been very difficult for me to get around and make YouTube videos again, Because it's such an expensive place, I actually work 2 jobs. I do this, I'm a lifeguard, and I work part-time as a waiter. And that's how I pay the bills around here. Things are pretty expensive. But for some reason, I keep coming back to it. There's something about saving someone's life that, you can't really put it into words. I remember my first year here when I was a rookie. They put you through like a boot camp, let's say, and they teach you how to save lives, how to get in the water, how to correspond certain rescues with other lifeguards, what to do in dire situations, if someone's passed out in the water, how to keep them afloat and keep yourself afloat. They run you through rigorous exercises. So they put you through all these exercises, and I remember being so gung-ho about, saving lives, and that I came out here for that. And my first 2 months were probably some of the most boring days of my life, you know. You sit on a stand all day with the hot sun beaming down on you. You know, you're getting a sweet tan, but it also sucks. You're sweating like crazy. And I really thought I had made a mistake by coming out here. Mind you, this was my rookie year. And if you've ever seen the movie Jarhead, I can make a comparison to that. You know how like they taught Jake Gyllenhaal to kill, and like they just to kill. They showed you how to kill people, like what you're gonna do out there, get ready for war, get pumped for war. And the whole movie he doesn't kill anybody. And like one of the last scenes in the movie, they see a bad guy across the way, and Jake Gyllenhaal's getting ready to take the shot, and like some higher up like sergeant something comes in. He's like, wait, don't kill him. We're gonna test out our new weapon. And Jake Gyllenhaal just loses it. He's like, no! Like he wanted to kill that person so badly. That's kind of how I felt being on the beach patrol. Is, you know, like you see someone go out too far and you keep an eye on them, like, are they gonna need saving? And then they just swim back in and you're just like, you know, and like I know that sounds terrible, but you know, when somebody trains you to do something and you don't get to do it, it kind of like eats at you a bit like that. And wow, was I wrong. Because I remember my first save, the first time I ever had to go in and get somebody, it was actually two people at once. It was a mother and a daughter. They went out too far. And my stand partner is like a 60-year-old dude. He's like one of the wisest guys I know. He's super good at spotting things like right away. This guy could spot anything. He could be talking to someone and be like, yo, that person there. Like, well, not even looking in that general direction. I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. So anyway, the first time I actually got a taste of saving somebody was probably one of the most terrifying moments of my life. It's, you've been training for this your whole life, and now you actually have to put it into practice. My senior guard pointed at them and was like, those two. I looked out and I saw the two people. They were farther than others. I wasn't sure if they were drowning or anything. And I'm like, do you want me to go in? And he was like, what do you think? So I realized, like, holy shit, this is happening. I jump off the stand, I grab my torp. The torp is like that orange thing. If you've ever seen Baywatch, it looks exactly like that. And I start running out there. And everything was like slow-mo. It was just so hard to run. It felt like I was running through pavement. I just ran into the water. I dive in, I swim faster than I think I've ever swam in my life. And I get out to these two people, and they were in trouble. So you give them the can. We call it a can sometimes. It's a torpedo. We call it a torp for short, but they also call it cans for some reason. So I hand them the can. They both grab on. I'm like, you guys just hold on to this. I'm gonna get you out of here. Just hold on as tight as you can. In my head, I'm going, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. You know, this is the first time I actually ever did anything with that. And like, I turn around and I'm like, all right, you gotta do this now. And I just tore my way through that water. I just swam and I swam and I swam and I swam. When I finally thought about looking up, I was like this. And I get up and I'm like, the water was here on me. I was like, oh, okay, so like I'm out of the water. Completely still in my lifeguard persona, I turn around and I'm like, are you all right? Did you swallow any salt water? If you'd like, I could call Lieutenant to check you out. And they're like, no, they were just really embarrassed and stuff like that. All right, if you choose to go back in, make sure you're safe. And I go back to the stand. I sit up on the stand, still all proper and stuff like that. My stand partner doesn't say a word to me. And I was just like, holy shit. It was one of the scariest experiences in my life. You know, going out there, someone else's life is in your hands. And from that day forward, I knew that this is the job I wanted to do. I've never looked back since that day. Every day I go out there and I'm just happy and proud to be a part of that organization. And that is something I've never forgotten. It's one of the most precious feelings I've ever had. I mean, this was years ago, by the way. I've saved many people since then, and every time it's just, it almost feels like like I have to do it now. It's like a duty that I have to perform. and the training and the things they teach you, like they teach you CPR. There's a bunch of different techniques. They teach you things about like the human anatomy. I now know that your throat is about the size of your pinky, and that goes for children too. If they ever choke on something, you know, like there are certain measures you have to take that's different performing CPR on like an adult versus performing CPR on a kid. Same thing for choking, they run you through everything. And I've had some bizarre things that I've had to do on the beach patrol. You bump into so many weird things out there. It's not just jumping in the water and acting like you're on Baywatch, you know. This job really does carry some weight with it. I mean, and the things I've learned, I've taken outside of the beach patrol too. I remember the first time I saw Black Panther. I was in the theater, and it was the part where Killmonger and T'Challa are fighting, and Killmonger throws T'Challa off the cliff there right after their fight, and there was somebody a few rows ahead of me. They just stand up and go, "Ugh!" and like fell back. The theater went quiet. There were a few people who were next to that person who started to like crowd around them, and I was with a friend at the time, and we looked at each other. I got up and I went over there. I assessed the situation. Everybody's panicking. They don't know what to do. You know, I got someone on the phone. There's certain ways, like you have to point to somebody. I give you guys techniques here. Never mind. But that person had like a seizure. They had a seizure based on some reaction. Seizures could be brought on by almost anything. You just have to know what triggers them. I managed to keep some sanity towards that situation there. We got urgent care pretty quickly over there, and that person turned out to be okay. But sometimes I think what would have happened if I wasn't there, because people were just freaking out. They didn't know what to do. And that's one of the reasons I had to watch Black Panther twice, so I can see what happened after that. Because when everything had cooled off and stuff like that, the next scene that I remember seeing was T'Challa was alive, and there was like this war going on between like two clans or something like that. So there was like a hefty part of the movie I had missed. And that kind of like, you know, made me want to go see the movie again. But that's just an example of how things you learn on the beach patrol you take outside of the job with you. And because of that, I feel confident, you know, being a first responder if anybody needs anything from me. And these kind of things just, they're things that they take with you for the rest of your life. And you know what? I'm not saying I feel like a better person because of it. I just know I can help people more now. And that's one of the biggest things that I've always wanted to do, is just help people. You know, like, in real life we're not superheroes or anything like that. But at least this way I know I can provide comfort and possibly save people's lives. And by no measure do I consider myself a superhero. I still think I'm an idiot. Like, I'm a klutz, and I love being weird, and I love being like a goofball and stuff like that. But for me, this was a very, this is a very, you know, important thing that I do. And hopefully I will always continue to do it for as long as I can. Now, I know I've gotten really off topic here, and I just want to reassure you guys that, like, I am going to keep making videos. That's not going to go away. I just need you guys to bear with me during the summer period. They're really short on lifeguards right now. I'll probably be continuously working 7 days a week. But recently I got around to editing one of my videos when I was still back in Canada. And you can expect that to come out soon. I've been editing that a lot. I just got a song from one of my viewers. You'll hear it in the new video that I made. He made a great song for my video. I can't wait for you guys to hear this. It's absolutely great. I don't want to spoil anything yet, so I'm not going to say anything, but that will come out sooner than expected. I'd like to say ETA a week, but we'll just have to see for now. I promise you guys that I'm not gone. I will continue to make videos. I'll see what I can do as best that I can, but, you know, expect a little bit of a delay in between videos from now on. I would have liked to continue to do these weekly, But as the situation has it right now, that's going to be pretty tough. But I want to let you guys know that I'm still out there, and I still want to make videos for you guys. Because I'm out here, you'll probably see more sketch-based videos. I don't know if that bothers you. When I get back to civilization, you know, like a major city or something like that, I'm gonna give that more of a shot. You know, I'll probably get back into my old roots where I'll make things, or I'll talk about upcoming video games or videos or whatever I end up doing. But for now, this beach patrolling as my primary objective. That being said, this place is absolutely beautiful, and if you guys are ever in New Jersey, let me know, because I'm living in Jersey right now and it's absolutely beautiful here. It's actually really hot here right now, but that's all I really have for today. I just wanted to let you guys know I didn't forget about you. I feel bad every day that I tell myself I'm gonna work on the video, and I just come home and I crash because I'm tired as sin. You know, the sun and the heat really take it out of you, you know. They're always making you keep up with exercises and stuff like that, which is really good. I'm never in better shape than I am when I'm out here. And I love what I do, but I also love making YouTube videos. I'm gonna do my best to make it work for both. I love you guys, I didn't forget about you, and look forward to my next video. It's gonna look different, you know. I've let my hair grow out since then. This video is me back in Canada. You can definitely tell I'm a little chubbier. I had just gotten my hair cut at the time. That'll probably be the last video you see with that background. I'm gonna try to jazz this place up a bit. We'll see what I can do. But until then, this is all I got for you. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm sorry it took so long.